In our last episode, we explored ways in which you could decide on a theme. However, once people decide on a theme for their island, they tend to go too big too soon. They start with terraforming their entire island or relocating everyone's house, only to realize that they wanted to go in a bit of a different direction. They then go and undo all of their hard work, wasting their time and losing motivation. Some people just give up altogether. In this video, I'm going to help you avoid all of that and create a solid base for the rest of your island to be built upon. So, let's get started. In almost every case, I suggest people start by adding basic decoration to their town square and the entrance just outside of the airport. These locations are ideal for a variety of reasons. First off, they are the first thing people will see when they arrive at your island, and a good first impression will set the tone for the rest of their visit. This also guarantees that your visitors will see whatever you build here, so it's a great place to show off if that's your thing. Secondly, neither of these structures can be moved, so there's a very good chance they will remain unchanged even after you unlock the ability to move structures, or further down the line, terraforming. Another thing to note is that everyone has access to these two areas regardless of how far you've progressed in the game, making them the most accessible place to start. The third reason is that you will be forced to work around some asymmetry, a lack of space, and an overall lack of options. Wait, isn't that a negative? Well, on the surface it may seem that way, but there's a saying, restrictions breed creativity, and in my experience, that is absolutely the case. Decorating downtown is going to be a unique challenge for everyone, as it hinges on the location of your town hall in relation to your airport, but no layout is bad, as I've seen incredible layouts of every single kind. If your town hall is far away, think about making a long walkway entrance. Town hall off to the side, well, maybe direct your guests to either side with a gorgeous centerpiece. Is your town hall super close to the airport? Well, you're going to have to get creative with space, but isn't that exactly what we want? And then again, there's always the option to just ignore it altogether. There are absolutely no rules to this. This is your chance to experiment and find your own unique style. While I never personally used it, I honestly didn't even know it existed until a week ago, a lot of people are using a web app called Happy Island Designer to plan out their island's layout beforehand. This is a great tool for planning, but please keep in mind that just because it looks good on Happy Island Designer does not necessarily mean it will look good in game. Another thing to note is that no matter how much planning you've done, you're still going to want to change things as you go along. So some of the best advice I can really give is to not be afraid to experiment. Sometimes you can't plan it all out and you just have to make it, see if it feels right, and tweak it as you go along. You can find a link to Happy Island Designer in the description below. I feel like most people's opinion on the town hall is that it's ugly, bland, and doesn't really fit with their theme. Given the chance, people would probably just hide it in a far-off corner of their island. But why not incorporate it in your design? Take this island, for example. Notice the brilliant placement of the incline between the building and the lantern, and how he continues the lanterns as you go higher and higher. Now this is a perfect example of making the town hall look intentionally placed there, rather than some accident to be worked around. For my downtown area, I chose to create a long walkway entrance leading to my slightly off-center town hall, still bugs me to this day, which I chose to surround with trees. However, I ran into the problem of the trees not being able to grow near the back of the town hall. This forced me to get creative and create this little entrance here and this small pond down the back. And this pond down the back sparked the creation of this small island here, and two other small ponds elsewhere on my island. And while my decoration of downtown isn't nearly as creative as the previous example, it looks intentional, despite being multiple solutions to multiple problems. But sometimes, even with the perfect plan, we all need a little help, a second opinion, and a fresh set of eyes. And that's exactly why I added the design feedback channel to our Discord, where you can get feedback from other members of our awesome community, including myself, to help you break through those creative blocks. If you're interested in that sort of thing, you can find a link to our brand new Discord in the video description below. Once you finish adding some basic decoration to your downtown area, you'll find yourself having a solid base to branch off from. The most important thing here is that you start creating instead of just thinking and planning everything. We all start somewhere. So why not start now? Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2 of the Island Design series. If you liked it and you want to see more, make sure to hit the thumbs up button so I know you liked it, and of course, subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss out. If you guys have any questions or suggestions for future videos, make sure you leave them in the comments or on our Discord server. And as usual, I'll see you guys in the next video.